Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your boy Yusuf Hamouda alongside Ahmed Saifan for another episode of the weekly sports show brought to you by ISG, KC, and Mass Youth. First up, we got a special announcement from the commish. So let's take you on down there right now.
Hello, fellow Muslims and brothers in Islam. This past Sunday, I have been receiving some hate. I would just like to take this time to address the haters and speak my case. So, Sunday morning, I was there at 8 a.m. setting up the field, me and my guys, right? It's been a long day. Second game, I'm reffing the game. It's me and Ahmed Abdullah. We're reffing the game, right? I'm focusing. I'm trying to ref, right? A bunch of people, they're coming up to me. And like, hey yo, Ahmed, you predicted this game wrong. I'm like, what? They're like, you predicted this game wrong. I'm like, okay, I get things wrong. Okay, a lot of people have been coming up to me, and the whole damn day, they're coming up to me and telling me I got bad predictions. I just want to let them know I ain't God. I'm trying to do my best. I'm out here hustling. I'm just trying to do me. If you think you can do a better job than me, please, come here. We can call you up on Skype. It's free to make an account. You can put in your predictions. We'll see how you do. All right? I just want to let y'all know. Stop hating. I'm trying to do me. I'm trying to do the best I can. I can't get predictions right. It was week one. You never know what's going to happen. All right? I'll try to do better. I'll do me. You do you. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your 2014 Commish Ahmed Saifan of the Saifan tribe in the Saifan household live.
How was that?
That was the sickest. And about my predictions being wrong, I only got one prediction wrong technically, because I didn't call the Fahad game, so technically, I didn't say whether we were gonna win or lose. Al-Bada was a gimme, and who would have predicted that Muhammad would have his stuff together early on?
Yeah.
Nobody would have predicted that. So anyways, let's begin. Let's start this portion.
Week one of the MFL, what do you think?
I think it was pretty hype, man. I kind of like the field, the Leewood Park field, man.
I liked it a lot. It was a real smooth day.
Great atmosphere, great people.
Some good football being played, except in the second game. It wasn't. We'll talk about that later.
Let's go. One of the best week ones I've ever experienced.
That was a great week one, I must say. Every week one has that blowout, though.
Yup. Let's not compare. Okay, look. No team thus far has disgraced themselves enough to be compared to the Muslim Knights. So please, let's get that team name out of this podcast before I start going ham bone.
Speaking of Muslim Knights, we have an announcement to make. We're going to talk about the rule.
Here's the rule, right? Because we had a total of 2 captains. We're not going to say their names on the podcast, confidentiality and all. But hey, they're telling us don't speak too harshly about my team. Okay, so here's the rules. Okay, if you guys could recall the rant in I believe it was week 3 or week 4 of the podcast last year, we absolutely just went crazy.
We ripped apart the Muslim Knights. We took everything they had. They had nothing to live for after the podcast.
We absolutely destroyed their sense of purpose and sense of integrity and dignity and life in one intense podcast.
It was so bad we used the term anti-dawah. That's how bad it was.
We coined the term anti-dawah, which then later on that year was inducted into the Webster's Dictionary of Muslim slang.
So the rule is the first team to go 0-3
will receive the same type of rent.
You're gonna get the rent. You go 0-3, you deserve it. You're gonna get ripped apart.
Yep. You get what you deserve.
There's 3 teams eligible right now for it. There's 3 0-1 teams. You guys need to wake up. You gotta get a win soon. You don't want to leave it till week 3 to get a win. You're not gonna get the win week 3 if you're going there 0-2.
Hey, and honestly, if you're thinking, hey, it's not fair. What if my team blah blah blah? No.
Nope. 0-3. That's 0 wins and 3 losses.
No excuses. That's your motivation. You go 0-3. All hell gonna break loose on this podcast.
Well, we're just giving you guys a warning. We just want to give you guys a warning. We're just letting you know.
Crap will hit the fan.
I think we might as well just dedicate the whole podcast to ripping apart that team.
No predictions, no recap.
Nothing. We're just going to rip them apart. 15 minutes of hate. Let's move on, Yusuf.
Okay.
Move on.
Man, that got my blood pumping.
God.
Good Lord.
All right, man. The first game of week 1, we saw Ahmed Mahmoud take on Mohamed al-Badawi. It was a good game. Mohamed came out top. It was cold.
It was cold, man.
But we do have one big story coming out of this game. We have Ubaydinho. The rise of Ubaydinho.
Let's tell you about the legend that we call Ubaydinho.
Ubaydinho, the guy that never had anything going for him until this past Sunday,
where he scored his first touchdown after dropping the ball twice before. That may not sound like an accomplishment to you, but to him, it meant the world.
It meant the world, guys. I'm telling you, watch out for Ubaydinho. He's on the rise.
When he scored that touchdown, I guarantee you, like me and Fahad were sitting talking strategy, right? Right when Ubaydinho scored, me and him both turned our attention to the end zone and yelled, Ubaydinho! And then we went back to what we were saying and talking about. It was random and it was weird. I don't know how we felt that he scored. We weren't even looking at the field at the time. We turned and we went, Ubaydinho!
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch out, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Second game, we had... Do we gotta talk about this one? Yusuf, come on, please.
Oh, hell yeah, we gotta talk about this one.
I don't want to talk about it.
Let me hear about that prediction real quick that you gave us.
Man, I don't want to talk about this one, man.
Come on, man.
This one, it hurt my heart to ref this game. I couldn't ref it. It hurt my heart.
It satisfied my soul. Everyone got a piece. Everyone got a piece of that ball. I think we broke the record for most interceptions in a game, okay? Because every single drive was picked off. Every single drive almost was picked off. That was crazy. If Fahad's team, if we, were in sync with each other, if we were in sync with most of the receivers on the team, it could have easily hit the 100 mark. There were so many times we could have capitalized and scored a touchdown. Most of the points that we scored were pick sixes. So imagine if we were in sync with Fahad, which inshallah through the coming weeks we're going to be. Man, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get real ugly if they don't turn it around. If they play the way they play right now, it's gonna get ugly with any team. It'll be pretty bad.
It hurt my heart. I couldn't watch it. There's too many interceptions. It's just bad. It got to a point where I just stopped keeping score and I stopped calling penalties. I just wanted it to end, man. It just hurt. I didn't.
I liked it.
Can we move on?
Alright. Abada and Alizi. Wasn't this one the closest one?
Closest game of the week. Funnest game to watch. Back and forth. Both teams were alive most of the game. Alizi had a small chance at the end, but they fell short. Wade gets the win. No surprise here. We're expecting him to be pretty successful in this league, so yeah.
Bryant Bate and Wilfredo Pujols. I got to meet them both. And I gotta tell you, man, this Wilfredo guy is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
It's not Wilfredo, it's Wilfredo.
Wilfredo!
It's not Wilfredo. He's not a bag of chips.
How about I just play it safe and say Will?
Alright. So yeah, that was week 1. I'll take it. It was a good week 1. I'll take it.
I'll take it too.
It's a solid week 1. Looking good.
More solid than a stone brick compressed in a solid manufactured plant frozen in ice.
Oh!
Unthawed.
What you know about that?
What you know about that unthawed ice with the concrete compressed in
Oh yeah, doom dirty.
Dumb dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have just stopped me. What the hell was that?
Alright, so I think that's it. Week 1's done. It's been written.
In the books.
In the books, it's been written. Let's move on. Week 2, first game. Your team versus Ahmed Mahmoud's team.
Ooh, hey, look. I'm gonna repeat what my captain said last week. Y'all might as well quit. That's our theme throughout the whole year. Y'all might as well quit. And this team actually does have a reason to quit, because if their receivers don't step up early on, Fahad's team can pull away quickly. So you better watch out. But look out for a surprise player that, might get his breakout game maybe. Ubaydinho.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you about that. Can't forget about Ubaydinho, who's the X Factor now. He can make or break the game.
Let me tell you, right? We were at the wedding after the MFL, right? Ubaydinho approaches us and tells us that Ahmed Mahmoud, his captain, said, "Hey yo, Ubaydinho, you getting more playing time for sure. So you better watch out for the X Factor."
But unfortunately, Fahad's team's gonna get the W. I say they win by like about 20 points.
Give me a number.
I think Fahad's team's
Give
gonna
me a
roll.
number.
After that week 1, there's no way they're gonna lose this one. They're winning it by
Give me
a lot.
a number.
55-23. Fahad with the win. Blowout. This team's on a roll. They're gonna be hot for a while.
I say 35-76.
Oh my god, good lord. No way. There's no way. You're not scoring that much on his defense. There's no way. You're not scoring 76. Fahad, I challenge you. Score 76. You heard it.
Score 76, he says. Hey, Fahad. Easy. We got this, right?
Yep, Fahad.
I think I put you in a predicament this week. 76, what you thinking? What you thinking, Fahad? 76?
Moving on. Second game. Enes Dalak, the poorest team in the league at the moment, against Al Baida, the reigning champion. Yeah, this one might not be pretty. We might have another blowout here. I don't think Enes' team is going to get it together this soon.
They're not going to have Ahmed Ghazali.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I don't think they're going to get it together this week. I think they should just use this game as practice and just look forward to winning the last 3 games of the season.
How about this game as practice, and then you guys really need to buckle down for next week, because you might be in risk of going 0-3, and y'all know what that means.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't think I want to riff this one.
I don't want to call the score for this one. All I'm gonna say is that Al Baida's gonna win.
It's the champion versus the weakest team in the league. At the moment, you're only as good as your last game, and they're pretty bad. Let's just let this be. You know what I'm saying? We'll just
double. Alright, moving on. Please prove us wrong. I swear, if you're listening to this podcast and you're saying, "What do you mean I'm gonna lose to Al Baida's team?" Alright, prove us wrong this week. Please prove us wrong. Please, man. I want to see a good game, man. Alright, moving on.
Ali Ziyad and Mohamed.
This one fits to be the primetime game, you know?
Yeah, I think this is going to be the closest game of the week. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, especially if they get, Will Pujols and Bryant Bay involved, and Ali Z, develops a chemistry with his receivers. I think this team's really, they're going to get their share of wins. I say this team, they're competitors. They're gonna bounce back.
I think they're gonna win. I think Adi's gonna win this one. They're gonna scrape it out. I'll say 35-30. They're gonna barely pull it out. I'm gonna win 35-30.
I can't go against Mohamed twice in a row. I can't do that to him, quite honestly. You never go against Mohamed twice in a row. You go once and it's pushing your luck. I'm gonna say Mohamed wins this one in a really, really tight one. We might see our first overtime game of the week.
What's that?
I'm excited for this one. I really want to watch this one.
This is going to be a good primetime game. Everyone should stick around and watch this one. This is going to be the best game of the week. It might be one of the best games of the season. It's feeling good right now. That's our week 2 predictions. If you come up to me and hate on me,
he'll punch you in the face.
I'm a slap you.
He'll punch you in the face.
If you want to speak against me, you first have to come out and put some predictions on the line. Let's see how you do.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Come on, people. I mean, we give our predictions, but also, please comment on the blog. Tell us what you think is really gonna happen. If
you don't have to. You know what? You don't even have to get on Skype. Just get on Facebook. Get on the Twitter. Get on the website. Just leave a comment. Just pick some scores. Put a few sentences together. That's all I want. And then you can hit.
Well, that was your weekly sports show brought to you by ISGKC and Mass Youth. I'll see you guys this Sunday, inshallah.
Enjoy.